First one is the justifying circumstances. What are these justifying circumstances? I hope okay pa kayo. Okay, alam kong ang hirap makinig, lalo na kung di nyo pa nakikita yung nagsasalita. And sana maintindihan nyo, pasensya na kayo kahit as much as I want to show my face to you. Okay? Baka makain kasi ng yung internet ko. At saka tawag nito, hindi kasi kami naka-wifi ngayon kasi nga sabi ko sa inyo walang kuryente. So adjust na lang tayo. Kung gusto niyo akong makita, pwede naman tignan niyo na lang yung Facebook ko. Okay, pero baby ko kasi nakalagay doon. Anyway, ayan, dami-dami kong sinasabing hindi importante, pero commercial lang yan, commercial. Okay, justifying. Okay, aginat kita no makaturog kayo. Okay, agkape kayo no kayat yo. Okay. Lahat ng nakikinig ngayon sa akin, okay? Itaas nyo yung kamay nyo, dyan na lang. At lahat ng nakataas ang kamay ngayon, papasa ng board exam 100%. Okay? 100%. Start tayo. Justifying circumstances. Punta na lang tayo sa mga importante. Yung mga mga lalabas. Okay. Dali-dali lang ito. First one is the self-defense. Do not forget URL. Okay? URL. If there is that URL, there is the self-defense. Okay? The elements of self-defense. Wait lang. Josa! Kuha lang po ako ng tubig ko. Wait lang. For a while, magkape muna kayo saglit. 1 minute break. Gemma. Okay? Justifying circumstances, do not forget the URL. Number 1, U. Letter U. Okay? The victim has committed unlawful aggression amounting to actual or imminent threat to the life or limb of the person claiming self-defense. Okay? Who is the victim here? Okay, you should know that. Number 2, R. URL. Punta natin sa letter R. There's a reasonable necessity in the means employed to prevent or repel the unlawful aggression. Ano to? Ano to sinasabi nating reasonable necessity? Again, the means employed must be reasonable. Dito madalas nagkakamali. Okay? It must be reasonable. Kung di yan reasonable, walang self-defense. Number 3, it is the lack of sufficient provocation. Okay. Lack of sufficient provocation. Hindi dapat ikaw yung nagsimula. Okay? Hindi dapat ikaw yung nag-initiate. Hangasi ka dyan ng sutil. Kasi ganun lang kasimple yan. Okay? That there be lack of sufficient provocation. Okay? On the part of the person claiming self-defense. Or, this one, or, at least that any provocation executed by the person claiming self-defense be not the proximate or immediate cause of the victim's aggression. While all the 3 elements must concur, self-defense relies first and foremost on the proof of unlawful aggression. That is the most important. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, yung number 2 ang pinaka-importante, yung letter R. Yung unlawful aggression. If no unlawful aggression is proved, no self-defense may be successfully pleaded. Alam mo na kung saan. What is unlawful aggression? Ano ba itong sinasabi ko? Unlawful aggression. Okay. Unlawful aggression is the actual physical assault or at least a threat to attack or inflict physical injury upon a person. So, yung mga mere threaten lang, yung binibisit ka lang using their faces, o kaya, sorry for the word, yung fina-fuck you kayo, diba? Those are intimidating attitude. Yung ina-attitude ka lang, yung mga ganyan, those mere threatening, sorry yung mga words ko, para lang maalala ninyo kasi importante itong unlawful aggression. Ikanyo ti solar system nata, rumwar ata ta board exam nyo. Okay? A mere threatening or intimidating attitude, pag binibigyan lang no, ikaskasta na lang ti kiday-kiday na, kanyayo, binebelatan ka lang, fina-fuck you ka lang, those are not considered unlawful aggression, please lang. Okay? That is the case of Manaban versus Court of Appeals. Sabi ng korte, there must be an actual, sudden, unexpected, or imminent danger. Pag finakyo ka ba, mamamatay ka? Hindi. So, kung no binaradan na kati kutsilyo, nakataas na yung kutsilyo yan, those are the unlawful aggression. Okay? Those are threat. So, remember, di ba ang threat nga, grave threat, di ba? Nasa batas nga natin yan, nasa revised penal code yan. Pati yan, punishable. Next one. Always remember, okay, na in the case of people versus tangan, a mere threatening or intimidating attitude or exchange of insulting words, except for libel and oral defamation and invective between the assault and victim, no matter how objectionable, could not be considered as unlawful aggression, except coupled with physical assault. Ito, may self-defense po ba sa oral defamation? Di ba? Yun ang tanong, parang insulting words, ma'am, sabi niya, dumbbell ka, pangit ka, mataba ka, mga everyday niyang ginagawa yun sa'yo, kaya mo siya pinatay. Okay? Ma'am, self-defense po yun. Ay, hindi yun sabi ng batas. Sabi niya, hindi ganun ang sabi ng batas. Okay? Ang sabi po ng batas, it must be actual, sudden, unexpected, and imminent danger. Okay? And of course, it must be coupled with physical assault as much as possible, pero this is not always the rule. Okay? It must be coupled with physical assault. Next. Paano naman ang property rights? Nati-defend mo ba ang property rights mo? Example. Nakitam dati talo nga tao ni ang hirap. Pangalanan ko na lang dito sa mga nakikinig example para maalala ninyo. Si Sir Melvin, papunta siya ng school. Nakita niya ngayon itong tatlong tao, si Lester, si Arnold, at saka si Axel. Itong tatlong taong to, bakbakatin dagji laptop di eskwela. Na-identify ni Sir Melvin na itong mga estudyante to kasi nga 4 na taon niya ng estudyante itong mga to, so kahit pa nakakover ang mukha nila alam niyang sila ito. Okay? Tas naka-jersey pa sila, nakalagay Lexter 101, okay? Arnold 49, Axel 60, ba? So gamit pa nila yung uniform nila, di ba, while they are committing a crime. Habang ninanakaw nung tatlong estudyante yung mga laptop ng school, hinabol niya ngayon ni Sir Melvin tong tatlong to. Nagtaray-taray da di sangot si SU Gate. Tani Sir Melvin lang ti sumrek at that time. Ngayon, si Sir Melvin, kinuha niya yung pinakamalapit na bato, impok-pok na, binato na, nabato na di ulo ni Lester dyan. Tata na tinag ni Lester tata aji laptop santo na tumbling na itok-tok na di ulo na di semento tata na komatos ni Lester dyan. So example ko lang Sir Melvin, alam ko namang di magagawin, ayan, para maalala lang nila. That is a defense of property rights. Was there an unlawful aggression? There is an unlawful aggression. Ma'am, kailangan pa rin ba ng attack upon the person making such defense? Hindi kailangan. Okay? In property rights, always remember, unlawful aggression is not as an element did not be coupled with an attack upon the person making such defense. Para wag nyo lang makalimutan, People versus Narvaez. Okay? And this one, the means employed to repel the unlawful aggression must be reasonable and necessary. Okay? Yung ginawa ba ni Sir Melvin, necessary and reasonable dun sa given case? When, ato example, paano kung baril? Instead na bato, may baril si Sir Melvin at yung baril niya ay may lisensya. Sabi niya, paltugak lang gisaka ni Lester, agtal na lang nga katataray. Agtaray. Pinaltugan na gisaka na. Is that reasonable? Hindi, sabi ng batas. How to make that situation reasonable? Question. Okay? Pwede bang example, sabi natin police si Sir Melvin in the situation. Okay? First, bang, kunana. First na, niya. Tapos sa taas na tinutok, hindi sa tao. Is that reasonable? That is reasonable. Paano pag, bang, kunana, dadji sangot kamanggan, dagayam ti tao, jay tatag na tinag di tao. Nagulat yung tao. Is that reasonable? That is still reasonable. Okay? Yung nahulog na tao, that's not important to the case. Pampagulo lang yan. Okay? Para magising lang kayo ng kaunti. Alam kong pagod na kayong makinig. Lalong-lalo na, again, di nyo ako nakikita. Huwag nyo na akong tignan. Da ako maganda. Okay, mabait lang ako. Ayan, next. Binakat ko di sarilik nga bangko niya. Okay, next one. Always remember also that the third requisite of self-defense, yung letter L. Diba? U-R-L. Okay? That there must be lack of sufficient provocation. Tatlong level niyan. Number 1 is when no provocation at all that was given to the aggressor. Number 2, even when there is a provocation given, it was not sufficient. And number 3, when even if the provocation was sufficient, it was not given by the person defending himself. Okay? We have this last one na siningit sa case ni Urbano versus People. When even if a provocation was given by the person defending himself, it was not the proximate and immediate to the act of the aggression. In this case, okay, there is self-defense. Okay? Huwag kayong mag-alala dun sa mga ini-enumerate ko. I will give you the kopya. Huwag nyo na lang ikalat, ha? Huwag nyo na lang ikalat. Okay? Hindi authorized to distribute this one. This is only for the use of the reviewees and students of Cagayan State University, CRIM. Okay? Next one is the state of necessity. Patapos na tayo, huwag kayong mag-alala. State of necessity. Under state of necessity, in the case of T versus People, Mamangon versus People, T versus People, the infliction of damage or injury to another so that a greater evil or injury may not befall oneself may be justified only if it is taken as last resort. Okay? It must be the last resort and with the least possible prejudice to another. Okay? Kailan nangyayari to? Okay? Example, gantang example niyan para hindi nyo makalimutan. Sa isang barko, okay, syempre maraming, sabi nating 100 passengers. Okay? Itong 100 passengers na to, may dala-dala silang 10 kilo ng bagahe every passenger. It was found out during their voyage, okay, na may butas or may diferensya yung makina. So, hindi kinakaya ng barko. And in order for the ship to safely arrive to its destination, the captain needs to reduce the weight of the mga bagahe. So, your baggages were thrown out to the sea. So, that falls under the state of necessity. Okay? Kailangan pa bang magpaalam ng kapitan? Still, kailangan magpaalam to justify the actions. Kasi, of course, that is damage to property. Next, fulfillment of duty. Ang pinaka-importante sa fulfillment of duty is that, okay, while causing injury, okay, it must be due to an lawful exercise of right or office. Case of Mamangon versus People. Okay? Maghanap lang ako ng wait lang, for a while. The following are the elements of fulfillment of duty. Number 1, that the offender acted in the performance of a duty or lawful exercise of a right or office. So, hindi po kailangan na during working hours niya. Di ba usually da kita gobyerno tayo 8 to 5 da. No, saan naka-work from home. So, kahit na alas 6 pa yan, kung in the lawful exercise of right or office yan, still kahit beyond 8 hours of work yan. Please, ang madalas kasing lumalabas sa board exam nyo, nangyari na after office hours. Okay? Pag ganun ang sitwasyon, hindi siya nagko-qualify during the performance of a duty, pero lawful exercise of a right or office siya. So, still a fulfillment of duty under justifying circumstance. Okay? And of course, there was the injury cause, another element. Okay? Injury cause. And the offense committed is necessary consequence of the due performance of such right. I don't know if you remember this, but hopefully you know your doctrine of self-help. Ano tong doctrine of self-help? Ikanyo ti star kin solar system neta tarumwar ato yung board exam nyo. Self-help. Article 429 of the new Civil Code, okay? Under the doctrine of self-help, okay, it justifies the act of the owner or lawful possessor, okay, of a thing to use force necessary to protect his proprietary or possessory rights. However, okay, he must exercise the right at the very moment that he is being deprived of his property. Okay? When possession has already been lost, he must resort to judicial process in reclaiming his property. Ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo na another example nito yung pagmamayari mo. Example, tinakaw ni Pedro GTV yung Balayo. Kat nakita mo nga bakbakate na GTV yun. Okay? And he is already running. You can do anything and you were deprived of your possessory rights. Okay, and proprietary rights. In that case, okay, you can assail your right in your doctrine of self-help under the new Civil Code. Okay, next one. Last is this obedience to superior order. Okay, again, there are 3 elements, dami-daming elements, no? Ganyan talaga ang batas natin. Okay, obedience to order. For this justifying circumstance to apply, yung tatlong requisites must be present. Again, pag sinasabi kong requisites, requirements, meaning kompleto dapat. Hindi pwedeng isa lang, hindi pwedeng dalawa. Okay? Ang grounds, when we say grounds, pwedeng isa lang, pwedeng dalawa. Pwedeng 3, pwedeng 4. Pero pag requisites, dapat lahat meron. Okay? Please do not forget that one. Next. In the case of Ambil versus Sandigan Bayan, it enumerated the different requisites of obedience to order as a justifying circumstance. The following, an order has been issued by a superior that the order must be for some lawful purpose, and the means used by the subordinate to carry out the order is lawful. Okay? Ma'am, paano pag illegal yung order ng superior? Okay? Okay? Even if the order of the superior is illegal, if it appears to be legal, okay, and the subordinate is not aware of its illegality, the subordinate is not liable. That is the case of Tabuena versus Sandigan Bayan. So, pag illegal yung order, pero hindi ka aware na illegal yung order, the the subordinate will not be liable. Okay, Tabuena versus Sandigan Bayan. Next is the exempting circumstances.